Hi everyone, today we're driving the 2026 BMW 330i. So in this review we will just start with a bit of a test drive to see how this car feels driving it, and typical on all the BMWs we expect it to be a blast. So the first thing that I want to show out here is that we've got a 360 camera on the board here with these active trajectory. The quality is phenomenal, it's so good. We have lots of views. We have this 3D view. We can just see around the car all the different views. Maybe when you have the car wash mode, if you want to go in the car wash, just shows you the trajectory here. Pretty good, pretty high res, pretty sharp. No complaints about that. The quality is absolutely amazing, but you have to keep that in mind that you don't get that 360 camera in all the trims. You only have to get the top of the line model with those advanced technology packages to get that 360. So it's not standard in all the 330s. So what we have right now is just the base, not the base. This is just an absolutely top of the line model with all the different bells and whistles, like all the different packages, the active, like the safeties, the technology packages and everything. And I will just mention those features that might be missing on the basic models throughout this test drive. So we have these heads-up display, pretty sharp, pretty good looking heads-up display, lots of information that you can customize in there. Like, you can just click this button and you can see the heads-up display is changing now. We have lots of different information we can customize. Pretty good looking, pretty sharp. We have this augmented view, which I hope it's visible as I turn the wheel. Something changes and turns with it. Pretty amazing heads-up display, I can say, with these beautiful big kind of digital gauge cluster, which I will talk about it. So moving on to the performance things. So this 330i offers a 2-liter turbocharged engine, which is around 255 horsepower, 295 pound-feet of torque, around 300, which is a lot for the car of this size. And by the way, this is like a same engine on the X3 as well, so they're just sharing the same engine. We have a mild hybrid system as well, plus we have an 8-speed automatic transmission, which typical in all the German cars and BMW. We expect it to be pretty sharp, and we will test it throughout this test drive. So we have the paddle shifters as well for that 8-speed transmission. They are kind of I'm not sure if they're plastic or metal. I think they're plastic-ish, but I mean, they're not like cheap feeling at all. They're pretty good. So one thing that I love about this car is this beautiful gauge cluster. Crazy amount of customizations you see for the content itself. You can have like 6 to 5 different modes. So right now I'm just putting it in a mode that shows my surroundings and stuff, like shows my vehicle, like augmented view. Even if you can have your Android Auto or the Apple CarPlay map right there. You don't need to look at the screen. You have lots of different things, and even you can change the layout. See, you can just this layout, and this layout. So lots of different things. And for the heads-up display, 3 different things. Like lots of different configurations. You can just set it to your liking however you want, which is pretty amazing. I love this gauge cluster in general. Lots of information there. No issues and no complaints with that at all. Yeah, pretty good systems. And the sharpness is also pretty good. The response, the sharpness, I think they're OLED displays, so they're pretty good systems in general. And I love that we can have maps in there. It just makes it really easy to navigate this car. You don't even need to look at that screen. So let me put it on like these. Maybe I'll just leave it in maps. Anyways, or content, yeah. Anyways, yeah, so we have a kind of a good feeling, good quality for the steering wheel, leather wrap. Typical on all the BMWs, we have the M package. If you go with the convenience one, you have the 2-spoke. With the M package, we have the 3-spoke steering wheel here. Let me just turn on the auto hold, so leave off the foot off the brake, sorry, yeah. We have the big kind of a, infotainment system. As I said, they're like OLED screen. And lots of different configuration. The response is absolutely amazing. It's very good. No issues about that. Lots of different configurations. You can just go into driver settings, and then you can just change all the driver assistance. So you see this car is loaded with all those active safety features: lane departure, forward collision, auto parking and stuff. For the driving, you have these like automatic kind of a driving, assisted driving. You can just set all those different things. Even it has the lane change assist, which, as you can, you know, driving on the highway, you just need to turn on, I mean, the turn signals, and the car will change the lane by itself. It's pretty good. It has everything that you ever want, but you have to pay for it. You know, if you just, you know, include all those packages, then it goes up to $80,000. So it's just lots of, you know, options, but you have to pay for it. But basically, you know, if you want to go with the base model, then even you don't get the adaptive cruise control. You get only the basic cruise control. So let's just... And typical in all the BMWs, we have the X-Drive here. So this car is an all-wheel drive system. No issues on snowy weather or any other weathers at all. Pretty amazing. Let me just close this off. And yeah, we're just gonna, you know, try out the performance. Typical in all the BMWs, we expect it to be phenomenal, and it is the same. One thing is that, you know, this steering wheel is not as light as I was expected in low speeds. I mean, high speed is super amazing, but low speed is a little bit stiff. But the response you see here is sharp, precise, typical from the BMW. What you can expect from it is amazing. Let's just get up to highway speeds here. We have a couple of drive modes here: Sport, Comfort, and Eco. So I'll just put it in Sport mode. Changes the gauge cluster and fake engine noise coming out, but I love to hear that. It's better than nothing. Yeah, so let's just try out the paddle shifters. As I said, we have like a 8-speed automatic transmission on the board. Lots of gears to select, and we expect it to be pretty sharp, and the torque on this car is just phenomenal. I mean, just amazing power coming out from this engine, combined with this mild hybrid engine as well. Obviously, you know, they just put that mild hybrid engine for the torque and stop and go traffic kind of a smoothness, as well as the better fuel economy on the highway, which is definitely the case here. So it's gonna go over that, but the brake feel is also pretty good. Like in terms of like a driving experience, the brake feel, typical on all the BMWs, is just pretty good. No issues with that at all. It's just very sharp and very responsive. Amazing feel. Yeah, pretty decent interior for these price points, I can say. You get all the bells and whistles, but you have to pay for it, as I said. But if you want the absolute crazy performance vehicle, then you can go with the 330i. That one is just a blast. This one, like 0 to 60 or 0 to 100 kilometers, is like under 6 seconds, but that one is just around like 4.5 seconds. That one offers like inline 6 twin turbo. That one is just like crazy. I mean, yeah, that one is just crazy. It's just too much. That one goes like up, I think just more than $100,000 Canadian. But you know, that's crazy performance as well. But this is enough, I guess. Like a 330i is also pretty good. Like you get lots of tech, great performance. It's good enough. You don't need to go with a 340i unless you want a crazy performance car. So let's just test it out. Just see. Yeah, so let's just so right now we're in third gear, force. I mean, the shifts are amazing and no lags at all. Very smooth. Crazy. You don't feel any lags. You don't feel that the car is just jerky or anything. You shift and the car changes. No lags at all. It is, you know, as if the car knows what you're planning to do. I wish the paddle shifter's feel was a little bit better. It's just not that great. But anyways, maybe if you go with a 340i, it would be metal. But yeah, oh my god, this is just so good. Like shifting, the driving experience, the power is just top notch. So let me just put it back in Eco mode. You see the heads-up display changes with that as well. Pretty amazing. So as I said, this car offers lots of different active safety features. We have everything on the board. We have these, you know, adaptive cruise control, lane keeping assist, lane guidance, everything, lane departure warning, anything that you can, you know, imagine, this car offers that. So you just have to, you know, put it in you know, this kind of adaptive. It just shows you the head overview display. You'd have the assisted driving, even shows you the vehicles around you, and also shows the information in the heads-up display, which is pretty good. But I think it just works on certain speeds, so it's going to be like you know, around a certain speed, so it's going to set it to that speed, and it just, you know, drives by itself. Everything is included actually, like all the different active safety features. Even the lane changing is automatic on this vehicle, which is pretty good. Yeah, the assisted driving, but you have to get the advanced driving package if you want to have that. So that's the kind of a, you know, trade-off. You have to pay for it. It's not standard on all the 330s. You just have to get the advanced driving package. So you see right now it detected the car in front of me and just driving, keeping the distance by itself. But on the base model, it is not available. So yeah, keep that in mind. Yeah, so right now the car is just driving by itself. You see, just, you know, detecting the line. There's just like, you know, turn signals on the steering wheel, telling me to just put my hand on the steering wheel, but just drives by itself on the highway. So let's just go up to the parking spot. Just want to show a couple of different touches on the interior as well. But the driving experience, if you love driving, if you're a car enthusiast, then 330i is the car to go with, except if you are okay with the price. Other than that, it's just one of the best cars in terms of the performance on the market, comparable to an Audi A5, which I also have a video on the channel. You can check that out as well. The brake feel, as I said, is pretty good, even in this snowy weather. No issues at all. It just have all the bells and whistles that you can get. It just includes all the features from the BMW 330i. Right now, this is what we're driving. And yeah, the material also on the interior is also like pretty good. Like as I said, the steering wheel is leather wrapped, you know, pretty good quality as well. This one I wish it was leather wrapped maybe, but it's just not. It's got a plastic-ish feel to it. And as I said, this dual screen OLED, pretty good, high res, high quality, sharp responses and everything. Pretty good. Maybe the steering wheel could have been a little bit better on lower speeds, just a little bit stiff. Not that crazy to complain about, but I wish it's just a little bit lighter to make it easier to maneuver. That's just, you know, maybe would have been better. Let's just park up here to see extra interior features here of this BMW. So let me just get up, stop. So we have this park as well. This is like a button here, and yeah, this is just a 360 camera as I showed. Let me just turn off the engine as well. So here, these buttons for like these mirrors and everything are kind of a metal, which the quality is perfect. Like these door handles, solid, like it's crazy solid. The sound is solid. This is like metal. This is kind of a plasticish, but that's fine. They have 2-person memory seat. They're pretty good. And the lighting and everything, typical to German vehicles, are just on the left. Kind of love these middle center console. Just opens up like this. This is kind of a plastic-ish as well as this one, but this is okay. I mean, this is just not a big deal. I love these kind of dials in general in BMW. They call it like the, they call it, I think, like a BMW ID dial, something like that. But anyways, this is just high quality, you know, responsive. Mazda should look and learn from this. It's a lot better than what Mazda offers as well. Yeah, buttons here. The arrangement is nice. The feeling is nice. This is start-stop engine is just right here, and it's kind of a metal. I think it's metal. Yeah, it's pretty good. I love the design here. We have kind of a greenish color here. We have these vents here, but the, you know, I don't like it. This is just something that you have to go in the setting to change the fan speed and everything. Typical on all the BMWs right now, you know. Let me just turn off the car. You see, like, you know, all the different settings are here. Makes it a little bit challenging to deal with when you're just driving at high speed, low speeds anyway. Like, it's just not that easy to deal with. You see, it's this hidden steering wheel, everything in here. I wish it was like a buttons here, but we have these, you know, couple of buttons here for like the rear windows, like a warmer as well, but like a volume knob is here. But yeah, I wish those are like, you know, easier to deal with. But anyways, we have like an okay size moonroof, okay size quality. So let's go and check out this interior of this beautiful BMW. Yeah, just gonna get off. Yeah, so we have, you know, power folding mirrors. They are fully loaded. As I show, we have a 360 camera. In general, I love the design of the BMWs. The 330 series, 3 series is just gorgeous. It's good looking cars, amazing looking cars. I love the grille design. I love these, you know, lights on the front. All the elements are LEDs and stuff. We have these sensors for the BMW on the front. Beautiful rims, which you can customize it on the BMW website. We have this M logo. I hope it's visible. It's just like M logo on the, you know, wheels, showing you that they got the M package, like a to be proud of. You just paid more. All the sensors around, even these trunk is power liftgate, so you have ease of use. Pretty spacious. I mean, lots of space down here, easy to open and close because it's power operated, and a good looking car in general. I love the design of the BMWs. They're so gorgeous looking cars. I mean, everything fits together very well. The fronts, the rims, the back, everything is just a complete package of all the different elements, and you know, it's just a good looking car, but subjective. And with that said, we have reached the end of this test drive for a 2026 BMW 330i. So if you have any thoughts, comments, suggestions, I would be very happy to see them down below in the comment section, and hope to see you all in the next videos. Thank you.